think we should just head down the trail. Hello? The f was that? What the f is that?
In March of 2025, Josh, better known online as Josh the Intern, traveled deep into the mountainous jungles of Sri Lanka, searching for an ancient prehistoric cave. Hidden somewhere among the trees, the cave reportedly contains evidence of human activity dating back more than 30,000 years and has become associated with controversial theories involving ancient cannibalism. For Josh, whose channel frequently documents solo journeys into remote and forgotten locations around the world, finding it should have been another unusual adventure. After reaching the end of the paved road, he continued alone into the jungle. At first, Josh was relieved to discover a trail leading through the trees, but shortly after following it, he heard voices. Then two men appeared, and before long, Josh realized they appeared to be following him.
Look at this. This is promising. Question is down there. We're here. I'm gonna go here. I really am just guessing. Somewhere in this jungle is this secret cannibal cave. Over 32,000 years of human history in it, and is hidden in the trees somewhere here. Reach the end of the paved road and the start of the jungle. Wow, epic but a bit intimidating. Look at this.
Once I entered the jungle, I was very happy to find a trail that was easy to follow, but I was not so happy about what happened next.
Oh, I hear people.
Not long after stepping onto the path, two men appeared from the trees and began to follow me. At first, I walked at a normal pace, but then things got stranger. As off camera, I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran.
Until that moment, there had been little reason for Josh to believe he was in danger, but the behavior of the two men quickly made him uncomfortable. They followed behind him without explaining what they wanted. When Josh slowed down, they slowed down. When he stopped, they stopped. And in the middle of an unfamiliar jungle, completely alone, Josh suddenly found himself trying to determine whether two strangers were simply curious about him or deliberately following him.
Oh, I hear people. Here we go. Here is the cave. I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool.
Josh initially tried to give the men the benefit of the doubt, but he noticed something else. Whenever he raised his camera toward them, they appeared reluctant to be filmed and moved away from the lens. Once the camera was lowered, they approached him again. The men then began encouraging Josh to follow them away from the main trail. It's possible they simply knew the area and wanted to show him something he otherwise would have missed. Josh decided to follow, but where they led him only made him even more suspicious.
I think these guys want to show me something. All right. We going this way? Okay, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. After you.
Hidden among the trees was an old, deteriorating structure. The men wanted Josh to go inside, but as Josh approached the building, he noticed one of them moving around behind him. Whether intentional or not, Josh suddenly found himself positioned between the two men with the abandoned structure directly ahead. That's when he decided he wasn't going any further. Rather than confront them or reveal that he was becoming suspicious, Josh remained calm and pretended he simply wanted to film another shot before going inside.
Wow. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry. I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay?
I stayed calm, acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave.
I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay. And then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay?
Josh slowly began working his way back toward the trail, but the men still appeared interested in keeping him there. He continued pretending to film while gradually putting more distance between himself and the abandoned structure. Then Josh told them he had forgotten some of his equipment further back on the trail. He began walking away. When he heard footsteps coming after him, Josh stopped pretending everything was fine. He ran.
At first, I walked at a normal pace, but then I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran.
All right, guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty. That's probably a bit confusing as to what happened. I didn't want to film too much. I didn't want to film them too much because you don't know how they react. And now what I would say, you know, is they could be extremely friendly and lovely. This to me just didn't feel like that. And so I was better safe than sorry, and so I got out of there. This is a decision that I made. These guys could have been nice and genuinely wanting to show me something. That is just not what I felt in the moment, and I've just got to trust that gut instinct, especially when I'm out there remote on my own. I've just got to trust my gut, and so that's what I did. I don't mean to discourage anyone or paint anyone in a bad light. I'm just saying how I felt in the situation and how I dealt with it.
After reaching safety, Josh was careful not to accuse the two men of intending to harm him. He acknowledged that he could have misunderstood the entire situation. The language barrier, unfamiliar surroundings, the isolation of the jungle could easily have made an innocent encounter appear far more threatening than it actually was. The men may have simply been locals attempting to show him something that they thought he would find interesting. Josh could only make his decision based on what was happening around him. Two strangers had begun following him through an isolated jungle. They appeared uncomfortable being recorded. They encouraged him away from the main trail and toward an abandoned structure, where Josh became concerned that one of them was moving behind him. None of that proves the men intended to harm him. But alone in an unfamiliar country, miles from anyone he knew, Josh decided he wasn't willing to stay long enough to find out. And sometimes that's exactly what a gut instinct is for. But knowing you're being watched at least gives you the chance to walk away. Sometimes you don't realize someone is watching you until much later. In October 2023, a YouTuber named Hansi uploaded a video titled "The Most Haunted House I've Been In" to his channel, Gorilla Hot Tortilla. In this video, he explores an abandoned home somewhere in Poland, a place rumored to be haunted. At first, nothing really stands out. No movement, no voices, just the usual sounds you'd expect in a decaying structure. Footsteps, echoes, breathing. But as the video goes on, something begins to change. At one point, Hansi hears a loud bang from somewhere inside the house. It startles him, but not enough to make him leave. Instead, he brushes it off, assuming it's just the wind or the building settling. And with that, he keeps going, unaware that something had already seen him. Because after the video was uploaded, one viewer noticed something Hansi completely missed. If you look closely at the kitchen window, you can see it. A pale figure, standing just outside, partially obscured, but clearly there, wearing what appears to be a dark hoodie, staring directly at him, not moving, not reacting, just watching. And what makes it worse is that the moment his camera captures the figure, that's when the noises begin. But inside the house, Hansi has no idea. He leaves the kitchen and walks into the living room. And that's when things escalate without warning. A music box begins to play on its own. At the same time, a cupboard door slowly creaks open. Hansi freezes, trying to understand what he's looking at. So he approaches the music box, examining it closely, looking for any kind of malfunction. But nothing seems wrong, and just as suddenly as it started, it stops. For the next several minutes, nothing happens. No sounds, no movement, just silence. So eventually, he moves on. He explores the rest of the house, finding nothing else out of place, and finally decides to leave. But just before he makes it out, something happens. A metal cross suddenly falls, striking the ground without warning. At the same time, a box drops onto his leg, and behind him, a music box begins playing again. This time, there's no hesitation. Hansi runs, escaping the house as fast as he can, and somehow, he makes it out unharmed. But even now, there's no clear explanation for what happened that night. Was it the building itself, something inside, or was it connected to the figure outside the window? Because if that figure was real, then it means one thing. Hansi wasn't just exploring that house. He was being watched the entire time. But sometimes, you don't have to look through a window to discover you're not alone. Sometimes, they're already inside. If you're enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing. Your support genuinely helps the channel grow. And the deeper we go, the more disturbing these encounters become. But for now, let's continue. In August of 2025, a YouTuber named Jamie uploaded a video to his channel, Mr. Airborne, documenting his attempt to sneak inside an abandoned leisure center somewhere in the United Kingdom. Jamie's channel largely focuses on high adrenaline urban exploration, often involving abandoned or restricted locations where simply getting inside can be part of the challenge. Before approaching the building, Jamie walked around the property searching for a possible entrance while also watching for security or anyone else who might be monitoring the site. He didn't initially see anyone, but he did notice several vans parked directly outside an open door. Rather than immediately entering, Jamie waited nearby and listened. It wasn't long before he realized the building wasn't empty.
There they are up there. See them all? They're all up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing is, if I sneak in now, how the f am I getting back out? I think they're coming down them stairs.
Despite hearing voices and spotting several people moving around inside, Jamie made the questionable decision to continue with the exploration. He carefully entered the building and headed toward a staircase located directly beneath where he had last seen the group. At that time, Jamie suspected they might be maintenance workers or possibly security. Either way, he didn't want them finding him. He quickly made his way toward the upper floor, hoping to put as much distance between himself and the others as possible. For nearly 10 minutes, the plan appeared to work. Jamie explored the abandoned facility without being noticed, and eventually made his way toward the old locker rooms. That's when he heard them again.
Oh, they're there. They're all there. Just through there. Oh no.
Voices and loud bangs began echoing from the floor below. Jamie immediately went quiet and remained hidden, knowing that even a small amount of noise could reveal exactly where he was. From his hiding place, he could hear the group moving throughout the building. Occasionally, it sounded as though they were leaving, giving Jamie an opportunity to finally make his escape. But every time he prepared to move, they returned. Before long, Jamie found himself trapped in a cramped hiding place, unable to tell exactly where the others were or when it would be safe to come out.
Te drzwi na gang. To tam po lewej stronie. Kurwa, te drzwi są. Te byś musiał odkręcić.
To nie jest na tej wysokości.
To jest na tym. Tak, ale to jest wyżej, a on nie go...
Jamie remained hidden for nearly 10 minutes. Eventually, the noises began to fade. Believing the group had finally left, he emerged and began searching for another way out. Rather than risk returning to the same entrance near the parked vans, Jamie climbed a ladder and made his way onto the roof. But getting onto the roof created another problem. He now had to find a way back down, and while searching for somewhere to climb off the building, Jamie realized the people below hadn't left at all.
Now I've got to try and figure out how to get off the roof, and I couldn't figure out a way up, so I don't know how I'm going to figure a way down. I've just come to check if there's an easier way out, because that's right next to their vans. If they've got someone now at the back door, because they know I'm here, and as I'm climbing down clocks me, you could hear they'd picked up metal poles. I don't know what they're doing in there, and I don't care. I just want to get off of this roof. Fuck, they're coming out. I can't climb down now. There is someone there. Well, there's two of them there now. It's a waiting game. I'm gonna have to sit and wait. Where are you? How do I get there? Yo, up here, up here. I take photos exploring abandoned places.
Yeah, you better get down.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, and you, yeah. Back.
How did you get up?
I just climbed up the side here. This is gonna go one or two ways. I'm gonna swap my SD card or take it out. Wish me luck. Right. Oh look.
Jamie didn't record what happened next. According to him, the group brought over a ladder and helped him climb down from the roof. But once Jamie reached the ground, the encounter became more threatening. He claimed several members of the group surrounded him, with some holding crowbars, before asking whether he enjoyed risking his life. They threatened to contact both the council and police while James attempted to explain why he had entered the property. Realizing there was little to gain by arguing with him, Jamie began making his way back toward his car. Fortunately, no one followed him. He eventually reached the vehicle and left without being harmed. Even afterward, Jamie wasn't completely certain who the people inside the building actually were. They may have simply been workers who weren't particularly pleased to discover someone sneaking around the property. Whatever the case, Jamie later described the encounter as one of the most nerve-wracking situations he'd experienced during his years of exploring abandoned places. And considering he'd seen them before he ever stepped inside, this was one encounter he probably could have avoided. But not every explorer gets that warning. Sometimes you enter believing a place is empty, and only later begin to question what might be inside with you. On June 3, 2023, Mo Sargi uploaded footage of himself and several friends exploring an abandoned tunnel system somewhere in the UK. Originally built as an air raid shelter during World War II, the tunnels had repeatedly been sealed for years before someone eventually forced their way back inside. The location already carried stories of strange noises and unexplained echoes coming from somewhere beneath the ground. At first, the entrance appeared to lead into little more than a narrow passage, but as Mo and the others pushed deeper underground, they discovered something much larger than they expected. The tunnels opened into an enormous network of corridors, machinery, and forgotten rooms stretching beneath the surrounding fields, and it wasn't long before Mo realized they might not be the only ones moving through them.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am no longer in Canada and I'm here in the United Kingdom. Woo! With some amazing people. I got Andrew over here. What's your channel called?
Proving Demons.
Proving Demons. I got Dan over here.
You already know Explorer Fighters.
Yeah, I got Aldo.
Yo, yo, yo!
And we are about to go and explore this haunted tunnel system. Apparently it goes in deep. We don't know how deep it goes in, but we're gonna be going in there, exploring it, and if it's good enough, we're gonna stay till 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, all right, so this is an old air raid shelter during the World Wars. Ugh. Literally, I feel like Bear Grylls right now. I'm Bear Grylls. I'm going into a hole. Yo, there's a bear in here. Whoa. This is like an old school air raid shelter from the World War. Apparently it was demolished or closed off and then somebody opened it up. Wow. Well, nobody else wanted to go. Oh, it turns. It keeps going. Yo, what? Alright, this is pretty cool. There's a door. There's a freaking door. Yo. Okay, I'm scared now. Guys, this is so whack. It keeps going. Alright, might as well just explore this. Yo, what? It keeps going? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Where is everybody? I'm like in here by myself. Okay, sergeants, this is no joke. I thought this was gonna be a little crevice in the ground, but it's like literally an underground city in here. Look, it just keeps going and going. What the f was that? Ooh. Yo, there's something in there.
Really?
Yeah. Bro, this is no joke. This is a main channel video in here.
Yo, what did you find in there?
Bro, there's something in there. There's something in there. What the? Something just scared the living crap out of me. I was not ready for this. Yeah, something moved down that way. I didn't even make it past the tire.
That's what I want to color.
Whoa, damn.
Saw something.
Not seeing something. I just got to that tire and something like banged.
Oh, what the?
Something at the end of the tunnel was banging.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Something in the end of the tunnel?
Hello? Anyone down there?
Skibbity.
Dude, this is crazy. Like, I didn't expect it to be like this. Like, you said bunker, I expected like something tiny.
No, it's like a honeycomb as well, so it's like intertwining tunnels, so watch you don't get lost.
Oh shit. That's what I heard. Yo, I heard that too.
Make yourself known!
Wait, what's that noise? Oh, it's definitely. It sounds like shuffling.
Yeah, let's go check it out, guys. Yeah, oh, I seen the shadow of somebody at the end of the corridor. To the left? It's like somebody moved into the left.
Oh my god. Guys, this is getting...
Dude, tunnels are awesome. People need to build more tunnels so people like us can explore them. Oh, what the f was that?
Holy sh... Hello? Is there anything there?
That came from the other side.
Where did that come from?
It came from the other side. Like it hit the metal thing on the door. You guys okay?
Yeah, we're alright.
I keep seeing things.
Yo, something just hissed at me from over here.
Something is here?
There's a room over here and something just hissed at me.
A room?
A room.
I didn't know there was a room down here.
Hello? Hey, if there's anybody in there, we mean you no harm. Something hissed at me.
Unable to determine exactly what had moved ahead of them, the group continued further into the tunnels. Before long, a loud bang echoed from somewhere in the darkness. They called out, hoping another explorer might answer, but received nothing in return. Then someone noticed what appeared to be a shadow slipping around the end of the corridor. Others in the group saw it as well. Moments later, a sudden metallic crash came from behind one of the doors. But perhaps the strangest encounter happened when Mo approached another room and heard what he described as something hissing directly at him. When they checked inside, there was no one there.
There's still the left side of the tunnel that we haven't explored just yet.
Well, we gotta be careful because that's...
What the f is that? Guys.
Right, you're not, you can't tell me there's not a homeless guy here. Yeah.
There's nobody here, dude. Huh?
We would have heard him running.
Yeah. But that's a long corridor to run to. Yeah, bro, there's nobody in here. What? Dude, that was something paranormal.
Is anyone here?
What? It goes right and left?
It's like a maze.
There's some demonic here.
Whoa! My God! What is that? I'm telling you, bro, some weird shit going down here.
Dude, anytime you draw the devil on walls, you know, like, bad
brings evil into the
brings
building,
evil.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Negative energy, guys.
Yo, what the?
That's so cool. There's like more to explore, and Dan's you probably like maybe explore like 50% of this place.
Yeah, I thought that. What?
Stop moving. I heard some banging.
Yo, I think it has to do with the face, man. What the hell is that? I'm not okay with that.
Guys, it literally sounded like that wheel that moved. It sounded like it was moving again.
It's coming from the hole.
Let's just listen in for a minute.
Do you hear that humming?
The f is going on in here, guys?
Wait, I really hear humming. Hello? Okay, let's go in the hole.
It's crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Devil symbols on the wall. Oh yeah, there's stars on the wall.
Oh.
On the ceiling as
Oh,
well.
worse and worse. Look at this. Yo, somebody's done some rituals here. That's why there's so much weird going on. Weird. What the?
This looks like another entrance.
Oh.
Bro, look more. Yeah. This place is full of like.
That goes out to the
I don't
field.
wanna say, but this
Look,
place
it's there.
full
There's
of-
pentagrams, there's Viking runes on the walls there.
Oh.
Viking runes there. Somebody's.
Some weird stuff has been done here.
Yeah.
This is definitely
Oh.
now it's like almost like the satanic tunnels.
That would be
Oh, that's
that would be
true.
Cancer right there. I think that might be Taurus. Yeah, these are all the astrology symbols. And no, that's Taurus right there.
But why?
Aries right there.
Whoa, what?
I don't know. I don't.
Yo, that came out of nowhere.
Hold on. Stop moving.
It sounded metallic.
Yeah.
Yo, look what it says.
Have you seen it?
It says, have you seen it?
What the? And that noise came from that area.
Have you seen it? I think they're talking about some kind of spirit here.
Dude, and I seen, remember the shadow thing? That could be whoever's down here, or it could be an actual legit shadow figure.
Hold on, this is all starting to make sense. We have the zodiac signs over there, and then we have this ritual stuff, and then we have a face there of what someone looks like. It looks like. That face is supposed to represent whatever it is.
The deeper they went, the stranger the tunnels became. Across the walls and ceilings, the explorers began finding pentagrams, astrological symbols, and other unusual markings. In one section, they even discovered what appeared to be a face carved into the wall. Dan believed some of what they were seeing looked ritualistic and wondered whether people had used the tunnels for ceremonies after they were abandoned. Then another unexplained sound came from further down one of the passages. As the group searched for its source, they discovered a short message carved into the wall. It simply asked, "Have you seen it?" No one knew what it was supposed to mean, but considering everything they had already heard and seen inside the tunnels, none of them seemed particularly eager to find out.
There's a lot more to check out. What is that?
Yo, did you see that?
Yeah, Yo, we're literally not alone here.
You guys saw that?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think we should get out of here, man.
We should.
Like, this is getting crazy.
Bro, you mentioned a psychopath?
I don't know. Did you see the drawings on the walls in there?
Yeah, but like,
They're-
there's a person or something in here walking around without a flashlight. That's a psychopath right there.
Bro, I don't know. Started to think in my mind it's like tricks on me.
It is dark, guys. It is dark.
Yeah.
What did you see?
I saw a shadow figure right in my fucking face.
Oh my god.
What are we supposed to do?
It literally came right into my fucking face. It was brown. I don't know if the camera saw this, but literally it shook me to my core. There was something looking right at me and I saw it with my own eyes. It was brown, it was kind of transparent and see-through, almost like an actual shadow figure. I believe it actually was.
Okay, let's just get that here, man.
I just heard someone. There's someone there.
By this point, the group was becoming convinced that something else was moving through the tunnels with them. Andrew pointed out an unsettling possibility. If what they were seeing was another person, that person appeared to be wandering through a completely dark tunnel system without using a flashlight, and that possibility wasn't particularly comforting either. Moments later, Mo suddenly reacted to something directly in front of him. He claimed that a brown, partially transparent figure had appeared close to his face and seemed to be looking directly at him. The encounter visibly shook him. Whatever Mo believed he had seen, it was enough. The group decided it was time to leave.
Damn, that was scary. Somebody just took a step behind me. Literally, a footstep right behind me. The f was that?
Where's the exit?
I don't know. Guys, wait. Look what it says on the wall here. Murder backwards. Murder hole. Red rum.
Yo, the whole place is rumbling.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
There's only fields above us. There's no trains.
Yeah, it's all fields here. Why is the tunnel rumbling?
It sounded like something was down there.
Oh my god. Yo, you guys don't understand what I just saw. So I thought you were standing over here. I just seen someone standing here with my eyes. And then I looked at... Yeah, it's something, guys. There's a shadow man here.
I don't know how to get out from here though.
The only way to get out is the way we came in. That other one that I just found is way too tiny to squeeze through. What is the game plan here? How are we gonna get out of here? Should we just go out the way we came?
To be honest, guys, I feel like we're lost.
I just don't want to run into whoever did this.
I think we should just head down.
Hello?
What the?
Okay.
What the f is that? What the f is that? Oh my god! What the? Oh shit! Oh shit! Run! Come on! What the f is that? There's like screaming coming from the inside. Yo, come on! What the f is all that screaming?
The explorers eventually found their way out of the tunnels without discovering the source of the screams. They also never identified the figures they believed they had seen, or what had caused the footsteps, bangs, or other sounds heard throughout the exploration. The markings on the walls offered few answers. Whether they were evidence of something more sinister or simply the work of people who had entered the tunnels over the years remains unknown. And there's another possibility the group themselves considered. They may not have encountered anything paranormal at all. Someone else could have been hiding somewhere inside that enormous network of passages, watching them move deeper underground without ever revealing themselves. Considering what happened that night, it's difficult to say which exploration would have been more comforting. But while they were trying to get away from whatever might have been inside those tunnels, our next explorer willingly checked into a place where people had been reporting strange activity for years. In September 2019, a YouTuber named Clayton uploaded footage to his channel Time to Play TV. The video was supposed to be a simple overnight stay inside a reportedly haunted hotel. The location? The Riverview Hotel in St. Mary's, Georgia, a place with a history stretching back over a century and a reputation that followed it just as closely. Guests had reported strange occurrences for years: footsteps, flickering lights, and most notably, a woman seen walking the halls, often described as resembling Sally Brandon, the hotel's former owner, who passed away in 1936. Despite all of this, Clayton checked in, alone, planning to document whatever might happen, but he didn't have to wait long, because just 10 minutes after entering the room, something was already happening.
So I'm staying in this super haunted room, and I wasn't even getting ready to film or anything yet. I was gonna throw all my stuff in my charger, and I was gonna go outside and then come back in and then try to set up some cameras and film. I've been in this room for like 10 minutes. My fan has shut off and turned back on. See that? The fan and the light are both plugged in behind the bed, and they're connected. So that shuts them both off. You hear the fan shut off? So that one switch turns them both on and off. And the fan by itself is turned off, I want to say, maybe 2 or 3 times. The bathroom door over there, it's closed. Now, I don't mean a little bit. I mean, it's fully closed. Now, the reason it's open now is because I thought maybe a breeze, maybe something. There's no windows open. I got nothing going on. And that thing right there is just closed all by itself. It's a little...
At first, it didn't make sense. The fan was shut off, then turned back on, but the lamp connected to the same switch never changed, which meant one thing: this wasn't a power issue. Something was interacting with the room itself. Then there was the bathroom door. Clayton claimed it had already been moving on its own before he even started recording, and now it was happening again.
Battery's about to go low. And then do whatever I can to get it. It's closing right now, guys. It just moved a little bit. I'm telling you, just... There's no one in here with me. Completely alone. Hello? There is no one here, guys. Watch. Watch. See, it's a watch. It doesn't close by itself. Okay? And this thing's open and closed. It's done it by itself. I want to say that's the second or third. I can't remember if it did it once or twice before I started on, but it's been doing it a lot, and I don't get it. Because I tried doing it by hand. I got goosebumps. It closed all the way.
After watching the door move on its own, Clayton did something most wouldn't. He spoke to it. Not out of confidence, but out of curiosity. If something was there, maybe it could respond. So he made a simple request: close the door one more time and he would leave.
So I'm gonna put my stuff on the charger and then I'm gonna go. I should leave something rolling while I'm in here, but everything's got to charge. You think you can close that one more time for me? You think one more time you could close the door? And then I'll leave you alone. Then I'll leave, and I'll leave this room for a little while. I won't come back if you close that door one more time. Go. What the? Oh, it didn't close all the way this time. All right, I told you I would leave. I'm out. All right, guys. I'm out. I'm gonna leave like I said I would. I'm gonna charge my stuff up. I'm freaking out, guys. I'm freaking out.
After Clayton asked it to close the door one more time, it did. Almost immediately. Not fully, but enough. Enough to make a promise feel real. So he left the room, giving whatever was inside space. But when he returned later, the door was closed again, completely, as if something had finished what it started. At that point, Clayton made a decision. If something was active in the room, he wanted to capture it. So he set up a camera and went to sleep. while he slept, the room didn't. The fan turned off, then back on, again and again, and then something else moved. A chair slowly shifting across the floor until it collided with the bed. All of it happening just feet away from him, and he had no idea.
This chair was over there. It just hit my bed really hard. I need to see if I got that.
Something pulled his entire bed. The impact woke him instantly, confused, disoriented, but aware that something had just happened. When he checked the room, the chair was no longer where it had been, and when he reviewed the footage, everything made sense. Or nothing did. Later, he spoke to a hotel employee. He explained everything: the door, the movement, the bed, and the response he got only made it worse. Because according to them, this wasn't unusual. In fact, it had been happening more frequently, especially after a recent event. An elderly man had passed away in the hotel just weeks earlier, and when Clayton asked which room, he got his answer: the same room. The same room he had just spent the night in. After that, he didn't stay, and he hasn't been back since. So whether it was something tied to the building's past or something far more recent, one thing is certain: that door didn't just close once, it closed again.
And that wraps up this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more creepy, bizarre, and haunting tales. Check out the links below to dive deeper. And if you have your own creepy encounter, tell us in the comments. We might feature it in a future video. Until next time, sleep tight.